What is up, everyone? My name is Mr. J, and today I am bringing you a Digimon market watch. I'm doing these because I haven't seen them done consistently in a while. I don't know where my boy Mario's at, but hopefully he's doing okay. And yeah, I just want to talk about some of the cards from BT23 and then what I've seen go up the last 2-ish weeks. So let's jump into BT23. Not going to talk about the SPs because there's way too much money to spend on a card game. But I will say HUDIE and MASTEMON, and I'm talking about the regular arts here, on release day morning were about 17 to 18 a piece for MASTEMON and HUDIE. Now they kind of jumped up by 10 bucks. MASTEMON seems to be going down because it was at a $28 market price over the weekend, but it's going down. Examon's also very surprising, but Examon, the alternate, you can play in the Royal Knights deck. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Takumi Aiba was like 9 bucks on release day, the alternate art, and Dual Hamon was around 15, 16, so they stayed about the same. Takumi was a little bit lower. What I want to talk about is the super rares, right? Like Amasawa. I think I picked it up for 75 cents. I woke up at like 5 a.m. on Friday morning, picked them up for less than $1 for each copy, right? Same thing with Takumi Aiba, just the regular super rare, and the Erica. These tamers, even Chitose, 50 cents, dude. 40 cents. I picked them all up. Hopefully the seller doesn't say they lost the package in transit or whatever. But yeah, now they're like $2 to $7 per piece, these tamers. So it's crazy. It's crazy, but hopefully they go down. If not, if you can find a playset for $2 per copy, I think that's okay. That's what I want to talk about, but mainly what I want to talk about on top of BT23 is MASTEMON. So MASTEMON, the alternate art, was about $75 pre-sale. Don't buy the pre-sales, right? Well, now it's $93. Okay, so hopefully you bought it during your pre-sale if you really wanted to dish out the money for MASTEMON. And yeah, I mean, I sold my MASTEMON core, so if I play MASTEMON, it has to be with the CS core. And yeah, I picked the 4 copies of the regular one on release day because there was no way I was going to pay 90 bucks on release day for the MASTEMON altar. It's just too much money. Speaking of which, mid-A from EX06 was actually 180 when I looked this up in the morning. Now it's 160, but this is crazy. I mean, yeah, you need at least 2 copies to play this deck. I think ideally you need 2 copies to play like OG MASTEMON, not CS MASTEMON. You need 2 copies of this card. So if you don't already have them, you're kind of out of luck. I think the original one is not that far behind, right? Let's see. Yeah, mid-A, just the regular secret is 60 bucks. So you could pick it up instead of spending, you know, almost triple the money. And yeah, I put Medieval Gallantmon here, alt art, for the same reason. Because, dude, mid-A is crazy. Overshadowing Gallantmon. Medieval Gallant, and this is kind of like a staple. It's such a good card. I think it's gonna stay at 100, but yeah, man, I sold my Medieval Gallants for 60 bucks. I don't regret it. Not for 60, I sold them for 120, but I bought them for 60, and I don't regret it because I don't play them and I don't really like meta decks like that. If you guys know me, you watch my channel. Yeah, going back to the MASTEMON, I did pick these up just in case I needed them in the CS deck for 20 bucks. MASTEMON promo is at 42. So if you're not planning to play the deck, honestly, if you're not planning to play MASTEMON at all, this set, you could sell MASTEMON the core and make a good amount of money. But if you're gonna play Masty, then you probably need this card, at least at 2 copies. Continue on with the MASTEMON Hype Train Angelomon alt art from BT11, $44. Lady Devimon, same thing, a little bit under $50. Of course, you can just pick up the rares, and I actually didn't check the rares, but yeah, you know what? Let's just check it out right now. Mid-A from BT11, regular art, it's only 9 bucks. Yeah, the Angelomon's about $4 per copy, just the rare. Same thing for Lady Debbie, $4. So you don't have to shell out a ridiculous amount of money for this deck. All right, moving on to more EX6 stuff. Lilithmon alt art. I wanted to pick up a copy of this for my collection, but it went up. I'm not sure. If you guys know why, let me know in the comment section down below. This was sitting around 38, a pretty penny, right? But it shot up recently in late October. If you know the reason for this, let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, almost 70 bucks. Same thing for Lilithmon X Antibody from EX07, $90. And yeah, you know what? 0 items sold for a very, very long time. Let's see this. It just jumped up again in late October. It was sitting around $20 to $30. Can't pick up this for collection purposes anymore. Again, let me know in the comment section down below if you know why. Impmon from BT23, the alternate art, did jump up. I believe this was around 70 bucks at some point, and it jumped up because of the BEELSTAR hype. If you guys haven't, I actually don't have it pulled up, but BEELSTAR did have a buyout X Antibody. I think it was around $50 for the X Antibody alt art at some point, but it has gone down. There is a reprint coming out soon, so it makes sense not to buy it for $50, $60, BEELSTAR X. But yeah, 70 bucks. Now it's 120. If you're not going to use it, I would sell it. Yeah. For me, I'm kind of over that stage of buying alt arts, and if you need money, you want to get that money, man, you can sell these alt arts, man, for a pretty penny. Digimon from BT16. The alt art has always been expensive, so I'm not looking at this one. But Digimon, just the regular super rare, is 40 bucks. Obviously, you use this in the HUDIE loop. So it's kind of like your secondary DNA if you're not using the Shakuamon, and Digimon has a very good floodgate effect to suspend your opponent's Digimon, and then none of them can unsuspend, right? As long as they have, yeah, they can unsuspend, basically. So it's a really good effect. And 40 bucks, man. I hope you guys have your Digimons already. I already had Imperial Digimon, so luckily I have my copies. Omnimon X Antibody. I did see High Score Chef also made a market watch yesterday or a few days ago, depending on when this video goes out. And he was saying this because it was a top-end finisher, and that's why the price is $56. I'm pretty sure it's because of Royal Knights and how good Royal Knights is this set. I mean, Royal Knights got a lot of tools in the form of the Gallimon that kind of destroys purple, right? Because they can't play Digimon or Tamers from the trash. And I forget what the other supporting card is, but even Dynasmon can help against aggressive decks, right? So they also got a new Drazel. So Omnimon, probably the boogeyman of this set on top of HUDIEmon. That's what my friend Jesus said, and I believe him. You know, Omnimon or Royal Knights has been a pain in the butt for a very long time now. Moving on, more EX7 stuff. BEELSTARmon X Antibody, both the alt art and the regular art. Again, I do not know why these are getting bought out, but this one again was sitting before at 30s. You know, 30 started going up late or mid October to late October, and now 70 bucks. If you have them, I would sell them, but that's just me, man, because I was holding not these bad boys but the other bad boys for such a long time, and I got rid of them a little too early. But you have to sell when they're high and then buy back later if you're not playing the deck. So BEELSTARmon X Antibody, just the regular secret, is 38 bucks. And again, she was sitting at, you know, for the longest in, what is it, early October, at around 15 bucks. You could have picked that up the cheapest. Yeah, $15-18, which is pretty cheap, right? But Three Musketeers wasn't really doing anything back then, so it makes sense why she was that price. The last one on my market watch today is the X Antibody Protoform, both the alt art and the regular art from EX05. Let me know in the comment section down below. I don't know why. I think it's because Donkey Kong won with Leviathan, or not won, I'm pretty sure he got second place, right? But 4 Protoform, unless I'm wrong. It was 4 Protoform in Leviathan. Protoform still really good. This one, I believe, I wanted to pick up a few copies. It was, yeah, early October, half the price, kind of, right? $28. You could have picked up a few copies for $28, and now it's at $55. The other one is Protoform, just the regular super rare. Now, I know this one was pretty cheap before, right? Yeah, so early October, you could have picked it up for about $20 a piece. And now honestly, they're almost the same price, right, as the alt art. So just pick up the alt art at that point, right? If it's only $5 less, just pick up the alt art. Makes sense to get the alt art instead of this. Yeah. But that's the market watch. So let me know in the comment section below if I missed anything. Like I said, I think I covered everything. I tend to spend a lot of money on this game, unfortunately. So, and I play a variety of decks. So I just wanted to share what I've seen with the market watch, what I've seen with the market with you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. My name is Mr. J. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.